Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I felt the need to come and just do a chat, not a quick one, but a chat. There have been some things that occurred within the last week. Excuse me, I'm trying to fix my turban. And I just felt compelled to actually share this with you guys, to be open, to be real, to be authentic with my audience. So last week I quit my job. Not just to be quitting. I quit for a number of reasons. Some of the reasons are very personal. I felt the need to de-stress because the matter that took place on my job, in my home, it left me with no peace of mind. It left me no peace at home. The situation that was taking place, it smothered me. It smothered me to the point where I was restless. I couldn't focus. I lost a lot. I lost a lot, and I guess you can say it really took a toll on me. It really did. And I felt the need to gain back control of my life. And I felt the need to actually share this with you guys, because I don't know what you guys are going through, and you know, I don't want you guys to think that I'm picture perfect. I'm human just like you guys are human, and I feel the need, sometimes when I feel compelled to share these things with you, that it could actually help you in some form or way or fashion. So this video is not about fashion. It's not about confidence. But I mean, if you want to apply it to confidence, I will tie it in a way that it can be used in a form of confidence. So like I said, last week I quit my job. It's been a week today, actually. And I feel refreshed. I feel less stress, like less anxiety. Long story short, I actually was trying to help out a family member, and they're young, they're not older, and it's hard when you're in a young and fresh phase of your life, and you really don't have the guidance. You really don't know what's going on in the world. You're just kind of like following everyone else. So I felt compelled to actually help this person, because I seen some things in this person that reminded me of myself when I had lack of guidance coming up as a teenager, and I made a lot of stupid decisions because I just didn't know any better. And in the long run, me making those stupid decisions helped me to get to where I am now. Am I in a position where I had it like that to help that person? No. Am I in a position to actually sit here and say, look, I'm quitting my job and I'm good? No. The reason why I quit is because peace of mind is everything to me. Being less stressed, being positive, being in an atmosphere or an environment that constantly had me antsy, that constantly had me worried about what this person was going to do, what that person was going to say, whether my job was on the line. I mean, daily, because the characteristics, not the characteristics, but like the category of my job, it was like a temporary position. But of course, temporary grants can last forever. But according to what's going on in the government, anything can happen at any time. And I was not willing to continually put myself in that position year after year. I was on my job for 2 years and 5 months. And I mean, I've had my business I have my boutique for 4 years, coming up in July, and my blog, I've had it for 3 years. So I'm like, I have something, but I just have to work as hard. Like, I got up every every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 o'clock. That's the time I would get up in the morning. I would go to work from 8:30 to 5 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. And, you know, I would work my behind out. So I'm just like, the time that I spent getting up, feeling miserable, stressed, unappreciated. Oh my God, unappreciated. It's not worth the coins that I received, the pay, me being degraded to a certain extent, you know, when it came to being involved in the situation that I was involved in, the lack of respect that authorities, when I say authorities, I mean supervisors, had, the nitpickiness, you know, of older women. I'm talking about women in their late 40s, late 50s, you know, and I get that, you know, the older people get, you know, they get stuck in their ways, but there's a certain way to be an authority figure. There's a certain way to flex your authority without being a complete and total a-hole. And there's a way to talk to people with respect, dignity, and getting what you want out of. So I'm saying all this to say to you, you know, if you like your career, if you like your job, don't give up, don't quit. You know, if you found your place in your career, then stick it out, stay, and be the best person that you know how to be on your job. If you are in that transitional phase like I am, because it's a transition, and I know I'm going to have like super early mornings, super late nights. If you're ready to make that transition, then by all means make sure you're in a financial place that you can make that transition, meaning that, you know, make sure you plan it out, because my plan was to at least work until October, end of October. And the funny thing is, you guys, the more I said, well, no, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to talk to so-and-so, it was something else that came up, and I'm just like, you know what, enough is enough is enough is enough. I'm not going to keep doing this to myself. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I have priorities, you know, I got bills I need to pay for, and, you know, things of that nature. But when you think of it like that, because I know I had this plan, I know since like maybe in the February, March, and something else came up, and I just was like, okay, this is it. I'm not staying, because I can't do that to myself. And some other opportunities presented themselves before I actually put in my 2 weeks notice. I didn't just up and quit. I did put in my 2 weeks notice. I was very professional about it. But God, the universe, whatever you would like to call the things that just happen, they have a way of showing you differently. Although we may have our plans, good or bad, there are things that will happen that will show you differently. Like, okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, they will literally fall in your lap. And later on, next week, I will actually come back and do a video and show you guys what I meant about that. Because when I tell you, this wasn't nothing but the universe. When I said, oh my goodness, you know, something, what I feel like was magical, like it happened, and I'm just like, you know, why me? But then again, I had to be like, you know, why not me? Everything that I went through in the last year, from May to this May, it happened for me, not to me. So if anything is happening like back to back to back to back to you, it's not happening to you, it's actually happening for you to push you towards something so much greater. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it is so true. Like, it's so true. You have to keep a positive mind. You have to keep an open mind. And this is coming from someone who came from a very negative place years ago. I mean, when I say years, I mean years ago. I was very negative. I talked down on myself. I was very hard on myself. And now it's just remarkable the things that have happened within the past year. I'm not even talking about the 4 years I've actually been in business, or my business has actually been existing. I'm just talking about within the last year. So if you remain consistent, again, I was one of those people, like, you know, I built something thinking that, okay, that was enough. You know, people will come, people will see this. That's not actually true. That's not how it works. You guys have to be consistent and do the work. Do the work. Networking. That is something that, when I say those, that is something that actually fell into my lap. I've been wanting to, but, you know, my thing is, and my philosophy is, you cannot always network with when I say everyone, I mean there's no need to be at every event if it's not beneficial. So be mindful of what kind of events you're putting yourself in the mix of, whether or not it's going to be worth it in the long run. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the event spiel. But as far as, you know, you guys, you working and everything, like I say, this is not to bash anyone with a career or anything like that. I just came to tell you guys, you know, what I've been through and what has been happening. It's some good things. And normally, you know, if I would have walked away from a place where I have spent so much time, 2 years is a long time, but I got to the point where I was actually feeling like, you know, the time that I have spent or am spending, you know, every day in and day out, and not feeling like I was fulfilling my potential, like I wasn't fulfilling the things that I needed to fulfill, it was a waste. I could have been at home behind my laptop, you know, doing some things in my business or creating some more things that I would like to create. But I will say, that place that I just left from has given me a greater outlook, has given me tons of opportunities, so that way I can position my business. So when you say, why me, think of it as a way, like, why not you? What is the reason you're in that position, in that predicament? Why are you going through all of that? And when you come out of it, that's the answer to why me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, let me know. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to this video, and let me know your thoughts on this video. So that way, you know, I'll come and do a video like this maybe like once a month, inspirational / confidence. This is the takeaway from this video. If I had not been in this place for the past 2 years of my life, I would not have given this person that I helped within the past year the opportunity to see things differently. Like, somebody gave me the opportunity to see things differently. When I say things, I mean life in general. This person, like I say, this person came from the same background as me. They were getting ready to head down the wrong path, in a path that I knew to be very familiar to myself. It brought up a lot of unwanted memories. It showed me who was in my corner, who really wasn't in my corner, who disguised themselves as to be, you know, someone that I can go and talk to, but you know, it happens. You know, it happens. But it caused me to grow and to just be on my P's and Q's. As far as me growing from this situation, it has caused me to be much more confident. It has caused me to seek help, as far as like my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit, trying to heal myself, you know, because like I said, that situation, it did something to me, mentally and physically. It literally sucked me dry. Like when I say sucked me dry, I was so sucked dry. I had no energy whatsoever. And if I had the chance, if I have the chance to do it again, I don't think I would. I do not think I would. I will. I'm not going to say I won't help anyone ever in my life again, but to the extent of what I did, I will not do it again, because, you know, my household comes first, and it caused a disarray, you know, with everything. My home life, my work life, finances, and some of you know what I'm talking about when I say, you know, you go the extra mile, you try to help people, you just don't know how it's going to affect you. So confidently, I am walking in a different direction. I am walking in a different path. It done something to me spiritually in a good way. So like I was always like this cool, calm, and collective person, but now I'm still the same person, but with a different outlook, if that makes sense. So, you know, normally I would be worried, but I'm not, you know, and that's the difference. I'm less stressed. I'm less worried. Do I have to do things a little bit differently? Absolutely. 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 But there are some things in the works I have no control over, but it was meant for me to meet certain people. It was meant for me to be in certain places, and that's the route that I'm going. Again, I will come back and do a little update and a review next week, and I am so excited. Like, I really am. It is so good. So good. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Peace and love.